I want you to really, as women, this is what you do. When you see a man dressed up really nice, what is your perspective right away?
Yeah, like I fully agree with what you're saying, your perspective, but I'm just talking in general about maybe.
Yeah.
But okay, so when I fully agree. When I see a man dressed up in a nice suit, I work in real estate too. I'm surrounded by those people, professionals, people who understand finance and money and just have a better established lifestyle. But here's the thing. I've also seen men in suits that are like, when you actually have a conversation, there's no substance,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And I feel like, I'm sure it depends on like the girl, right? I just feel like we're making a lot of generalizations. I'm doing that for men and you guys are doing that for women, right? And what if that one night out, like, okay, I have a friend who recently got separated after 10 years. For her, when she wears a certain outfit, she truly just feels like the most confident person. And that when she goes out, she just feels good about herself, right? So what I'm saying is, yes, I understand that end goal, but I'm just saying in that moment, that might not be the end goal in that moment, right? Like when you're going out, you might just want to have fun with your friends. And I understand yes, men are looking for women's attention, especially if you're single. Women are looking for men's attention, especially if you're single, right? That I get the attention part of it.
Also, if you're not single, sometimes it happens.
Yeah, this being
I'm just letting you know the facts.
next time we're getting his girlfriend on this.
Yeah, like, listen, the reason why I'm saying that is because I've been to clubs. I'd have talked to girls who are men's, and
Oh, yeah.
So it's not, let's not act like,
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If you were to take like 10 women dressed the way she was dressed that have boyfriends, but they're out like that, the chance of them being loyal, faithful, I would bet it's like more towards the not faithful side compared to, because I feel like also if you're a loyal, faithful person, why would you want to dress that way and show yourself in that
fully
way
like that?
But like, okay, so what do you guys think about the whole OnlyFans and the girls that are on like fully exposed? Like it's not in person, but it's on social media.
Here's something crazy. I'm actually gonna let you guys in on. I'm actually gonna do an interview with a ex OnlyFans girl, and she's gonna talk about a lot of stuff that like people don't really talk about when they're in OnlyFans. But I honestly believe that a lot of people that are doing OnlyFans, they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
A lot of them, if you like look through their childhood, there's a lot missing there. There's a lot of things going on, and that's why they kind of like seek this attention and validation. I honestly don't believe that anyone is truly happy being naked online, selling it for $5.99. You know, but again, it's a quick income source. I could see why some women will do it. It's very easy. Like if we were women, we'd probably be like, "Yo, bro, I got a nice butt. Let me show that online and make some money." Right
now.
But if they had a choice to like not be on OnlyFans, I think a lot of them would take that.
Okay, so
option.
if your girl was on there initially and then now she's not there anymore, what would that be even your girl in the first place?
That's a great question.
That is a tough question. It also depends to me on like what she was doing on OnlyFans, because don't get me wrong, I think there's like different levels to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I know that
I don't know much about it, but I'm just listening.
But I know a lot of people do like corn on OnlyFans. For me, that's a no, for sure.
Okay.
But then there are some people, like, you remember that girl from Dr. Phil, Catch Me Outside? How about that?
Yes.
I don't know for sure. But I know for a fact that when she turned 18, she posted a picture in a bikini or something, and she made millions of dollars. I don't think she got naked on OnlyFans once.
I don't think she really gets naked and does all those crazy things.
Okay.
I think she posts pictures and she makes millions.
Exactly.
See that?
So something like that, I can probably be like, okay, you know what? You used to do that, cool. Like people do that on Instagram for free.
Yes, for free.
But if you're getting naked,
Facebook too,
then it's a no.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
But here's the question though, then. Clearly they're getting the attention and making the money, and mostly I'm assuming it's from men, right? But then there's a perception that you guys presented that men, whoever they want a wife, is like you guys want something else in that person, right? But
Do you want me to let you in on a secret?
Yes.
Most of those men that are paying are married.
I'm not surprised on that.
Most of those men that are paying are married men.
Like, okay, I'm going to expose some people, but anyways, I go to like a lot of real estate events, right? So
Real estate people.
Yeah, like I recently started going again. At one point, I was just in my room, never left my house except to go to dance. And I've seen these married men literally drunk and saying how these blondes, man, now I got to go home to my wife and kids, and like dreading that part, right? And I was like, I'm single, but I was like, if my man was outside and saying stuff like that, that is so, like, I would not be happy about that, right?
For sure.
Like, as a wife, especially like if I'm home and I'm taking care of the kids and all of that, and here you are. So I see that a lot recently in real estate. I know we run in like different circles sometimes, but it's so, you're so right. So I'm not surprised when you say all of these viewers are essentially married men.
Do you want to let her in on like people why men like will go home to their wives, but they would still like deal with that, but they would still go home? Do you want to?
That's her. Let's you say it.
Okay, so
men, I'm on your side. I ain't exposed to shit.
nah. All right, so okay, I'm gonna say this: men want what they can't have at home. They want to literally do all those crazy things and have the fun outside, but when they get home, they want something secure and something like pure. So when they're at home, they love that wife, the kid, the life. When they're out and doing that crazy stuff, they want that crazy girl that'll drive you crazy, doing intense things, but they don't want that at home. Yeah.
See, I think it's people in general.
Yeah.
People want what they can't have, right?
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of men, don't get me wrong, especially when you talk about wealthy men, like men that are successful, men that have money.
Yep.
I feel like they're, I'm not going to say more likely because there's broke guys that are like cheating like crazy. But
First of all, I need to question the girl's
I think it's
statement
what he
on that
said.
one.
Like men can be loyal to like that one girl that's like their rock. And they can go out and probably seek this or seek that or do that, do this. But like it means absolutely nothing. I guarantee if you ask almost like majority of men that are cheaters, let's say just cheating men, we're talking cheating men right now. If we take 10 of them, we say, hey, you want your wife or you want your side piece?
90.
Yeah, they're saying.
They're all taking their wife.
90%.
On the flip side, we ask women the same thing. You want your husband or you want your side piece? I feel like for them, it would be a lot more of a tough choice just because there's so much more like emotions usually involved.
Yeah, I could see that happening. But also going back to what you guys said about the husband and wife thing, for me, what do you guys think about, say they're not physically cheating, but their attitude or their emotions towards a marriage are like that? I personally wouldn't want my husband, like my husband, I would want him to have a very different perspective on our marriage.
Absolutely.
Right?
100%.
Like, so when I'm listening to these men talk about, they might not be even physically doing anything, but just hearing that they're living a life that they don't want to live or are dreading going most of the time to is something that I'm like, okay, then why is that so unfair to your wife and your kids? For me, sometimes like cheating doesn't even always mean physical for me. Like emotional cheating, I feel like is more hurtful. So I think that's a different, like that perception. I feel like, yes, you're right. Women are more emotional, but that's because when we say the side piece and the husband, but if there is an emotional piece truly missing in the marriage is only when we will seek the outside, right? And I feel like
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
okay,
I think for
my perspective.
for a lot of women, what you just said might be true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think you're speaking from like your point of view.
And you guys are speaking from your point of view, right?
Men.
We're speaking from men point of view. Yeah.
Okay, but I've seen men, like I've seen happy marriages. I have seen successful marriages. So it's not all men. It's not, and it's not all women either, right?
No,
so it's
we're
like,
not talking about all. But if you
Right.
look at like statistical reasons as to why divorces happen, the majority of it is like infidelity. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So a lot of
Money
yeah.
and those things.
But yeah, well, another reason could be just like, I know people who have separated that have just grown apart.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like in general, okay, say I know a couple, but like
But
the girl,
percentage-wise, that'll be very small.
very small, 100%. But I see that more and more now because there is a huge influx in people seeking out like personal growth, mindset development. Like people are trying to be better, right? So if I see one partner growing at an exponential level in terms of like they're putting the time and energy to make themselves a better version of themselves. But then I see one partner not. I see issues coming in those places too, where technically no one has cheated. Technically, like nothing has bad technically has happened, but that there's a loss and disconnection.
Yeah, but that's when you go for better or for worse, which is you have to work on it together.
100%.
See, that's what
I believe in that.
That's what used to happen. Yeah, I feel like the one thing that ruined relationships today is like the internet.
Yeah,
I agree.
Options.
I actually agree with that.
I think,
Options, yeah.
Yeah, it's just way too many. It's so easy to
Distraction too.
replace your partner.
Access.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This is why I don't use dating apps. I feel like a lot of people on dating apps,
Oh, me too.
they'll hop
You're
on a
in
dating app.
relationship. Of course, you don't use dating apps.
I need
In
like
general,
when I was
like,
when I was
when you're single,
I stopped too. I
yeah.
don't.
If you're single, don't use dating apps. If you want to, like, here's the thing: people on dating apps, they're so used to just swiping and
Yeah.
meeting someone else. So it's like, you know what? Mike doesn't say good morning anymore. Let me just hop back on Tinder.
Yeah,
and just
options.
keep swiping. Oh, this guy says good morning now.
Yeah.
But so it's just so easy for people to be replaced. Have you guys ever been on vacation and like met someone on vacation?
Yeah.
And like for that 1 week, that's like your person, and you just kind of like want to be with that person, and it's like, and then you come back to Toronto, and it's like,
who was I thinking?
swipe.
I know. It's so interesting. Like I guess I'm again speaking for me now, right?
Yeah.
For me, definitely there is like more on the emotional side. So like I can't do the hop, skip, jump situation.
You see why what she just said there? Emotions.
Yeah.
See, this is why men and women, it's hard for us to have that conversation.
Yeah.
When
Why?
men step out, most of the time it's not for the emotions. It's just have fun, whatever it is.
Right.
Women, when they step out, emotions.
Yeah.
So the chances of them actually leaving the marriage or whatever relationship is way higher when they step out than men when they step out.
But it also takes them longer to get to that point where they are stepping out. And like
Pick
again,
the right guy.
yeah, I think it's a partnership. I think
It's a lot. It's
You
a
know
lot of
what's-
guys out here.
You know what's funny? As we're just talking, right? It's interesting how we've created this whole men versus women. If you think about it logically, both men and women want the same thing. We want a happy relationship, right? But we've created social media and like just the conversations that have come up about even the masculine, the feminine, and all of that have created like that. It's like an opposition when really we're all trying to be in coherence and like actually be together as a couple or as a relationship. And it really shouldn't be it's one versus the other. Really, honestly, if you overall think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Seeing everything from a 360 view,
Yeah.
what would you say your best interview is? Like doing all that stuff. What would you say? Which one would be your best interview?
My best interview. You know what? I think my best interview, although it's not, okay, I could tell you what my most, like, I think my most popular interview is versus what I think my best interview is.
Okay.
My best interview, I think, is like the whole like Android versus iPhone.
Okay, let's keep on that. Yeah.
Let's
I think
keep
that's
on
my
this.
best interview. And that's why I keep going back to that question so many times. Like, I don't leave it alone. A lot of people are like, okay, bro, we get it. Like, Android guys suck. But
No, they don't.
Mike is lucky he has a girlfriend because no one would date him.
That's not true.
I'm just messing with you.
That is not true.
So Mike is an Android guy. So we're gonna have some fun.
guy.
We're gonna have some
Yes,
fun with
so
him
let's
later.
have some
But
fun right now.
the reason I say that's my best interview is because I feel like that's like my most unique question that kind of got me to where I'm at now. So that's actually the first. I had a couple videos that did well before that, but that was like the first video that actually went like millions for me. So that was huge. Like that video went millions on TikTok. I think it's at like somewhere around 20 or something on TikTok, right? And then even on Instagram, like one of them that I posted recently is at somewhere around like 12 million. So like that video for me, like that question in general, I could tell you how that started.
Yeah.
Tell us.
I told this story before on another podcast, but basically I was on vacation and, you know, we're on vacation, get girls kind of come around. It's kind of like normal for someone like Mike. And I learned from him at Sugar Daddies. So
Mike is the original sugar daddy.
So I met this guy, these two guys, they were mad cool. They're on our plane, so they're chilling with us. And they're just like, yo, bro, like, how do you get so many girls? Like, how do I do that? So I'm like, yo, bro, you could start by getting an iPhone. As a joke, I said that. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. But he was just like, no, bro, Android's so much better, right? He's like, Android's so much better. You could do this, you could do that, the technology, this. And I was like, okay, but girls, like, iPhone better. I don't know why, but they do. When it comes to dating, like, you are at a disadvantage if you have an Android.